What's going on, guys, and welcome back to episode 32 of the Offshore Gamescast. I'm Dave.
And I'm Dylan.
And he's Dylan.
I am Dylan, and he's Dave.
And I'm Dave.
And I'm Dave.
And this is a plug.
Yeah, plugging our own shit. First off, you may have noticed when you went to this episode and hit play, our look is a little different.
A little spiffy.
A little spiffy. New logo, same-ish idea, different type of look, though.
Same artist.
Same artist, yes, Carrie Carr. Thank you for all the hard work. That's probably going to be what we're looking like for a little while now.
And that's all right.
On top of that, if you're following us on social media, twitter.com/offshoregc, you will notice that we're doing a giveaway. If you're not following us, you have no idea until right now. Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Who wants it?
It's pretty easy to potentially win one. So you go to our Twitter, OffshoreGC, look at our pinned tweet. It's right there. The instructions are there. All you got to do is follow us on Twitter and reply with a screenshot that you left a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts or a 5-star rating on Spotify. You can't leave a review there, just a rating, so the rating will suffice.
Any and all is appreciated.
Yes. We already got some nice reviews, such as one from Twitter user Dying Lobster. Better every week. This is the only podcast I listen to. Which, I don't know how true that is. But thank you.
Thank you, Dying Lobster.
And another one from Twitter user @SmashBroski_.
God, my heart.
Yeah, this was a very nice review.
So warm. All about gaming.
You got that one? Okay.
There is nothing quite more relaxing than listening to knowledgeable and entertaining podcast hosts after an intense gaming session. I'm into all things gaming, and I'm always on the lookout for new podcast experiences. I really like the Offshore Gamescast so far. Thank you guys for your time, efforts, and objective opinion. And you know what? Thank you for your time, effort, and objective opinion, sir.
Yeah, that's a very nice review. We both saw that and we're like, wow, thank you.
I was like, shit.
If you want your review read on the podcast, all you gotta do is leave one, and we might read it.
Yeah. If you give us a 1-star review and rating?
Yeah, that...
If it's really funny, yeah, I'll read it.
Yeah, but don't encourage that.
I won't encourage
it's bad for our algorithm and shit.
Damn it.
Yeah. Otherwise, it would be funny.
You put a 1-star rating, and Dylan will come find you, and he will take your phone and make it 5 stars.
All right. Yeah, but what if they want me?
They want you?
What if they want me?
That seems like a win-win, man. We get 5 stars and you're busy for an hour?
Leave a review. We might read it. While you leave that review, go and take a screenshot of it and reply to our tweet and follow us, and you might win. The drawing, the last day to enter is January 20... January...
Take 2.
January 25th. The winner will be contacted and revealed on Twitter on January 26th.
Good luck to all who enter here.
Now that we're done plugging all this fun shit, let's talk about the real shit. Video games.
Cool. You want to start off? The Anacrusis is one of the worst things I've ever played. The Anacrusis is terrible. Why is this game out now? Why is it in early access?
It's technically not out.
Why is this game out? How could you make a worse Back 4 Blood? How could you make a worse Left 4 Dead? They did it 8 times.
The thing is, it's like... Yeah, so we played the Anacrusis together and early access, but...
Game preview.
Nowadays, though, that's so many games come out in early access that when a game comes out in early access, I'm playing it, and it's I'm considering it this game just kind of came out, basically.
I'd gladly give you content Tuesday if you pay me today. That's what they're doing with this.
Basically. So, if you don't know what it is, yeah, it's supposed to be Left 4 Dead, but you're on a space station, and it's supposed to have a little bit of a different vibe to it, more colorful. I found the environment, considering what I was going for, to be pretty bland.
I mean...
And kind of just empty.
Yeah.
Yes, it was nice to not just be in here's a typical zombie apocalypse street and it's just dark and everything's broken.
But at least that had, like, details.
Exactly.
Like
that felt more, like, alive or real or
and like,
however you want to say it.
Like, all right, we know what's happening in Left 4 Dead. It's a zombie apocalypse.
Uh-huh.
What the fuck is happening in the Anacrusis?
I don't know. There's aliens.
Why?
I don't know.
Why do they all look the same?
And they kind of said, like, the setup is like, they're sending us to this station, and then they left, and we're just here? Why? And then you start shooting. Like, that's what it says, like, during the loading in screen.
Yeah, that's bad.
The voice acting is bad.
It's something.
Yeah.
I mean, they did the work to give every single one of them the exact same line, just said a little differently.
I'm gonna scan myself.
God. Spawner!
Yeah, if there's a spawner, it's like one after the other. Like, spawner! 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 Like, they all have to say it in succession.
So the game, so you know how Left 4 Dead works, guys? This works the same, but there's 3 episodes out right now. Episodes 4 and 5 coming soon.
Yep.
I hope they don't. I hope they just, work on anything else.
So, again, early access, so maybe not ready, but there's 3 main weapons. Or was it 4? No, it was 3, right?
Well, so you had one side of, like, the safe room completely full of SMBs.
It was basically an SMG.
But it's called SMB.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's it. And then the other wall has, like, a shotgun, an assault rifle, maybe another assault rifle.
It was just those, I think. And then you have your pistol with unlimited ammo.
And then you got the health kits and other shit. It's like, it's just bad.
There's with only a few weapons, like, sure, early access, but how many weapons are they just going to be adding before the game comes out, Because, like, this feels like not... Meanwhile, you load up Back 4 Blood and you go to the shooting range.
Yeah.
There's, like, dozens of weapons.
I mean, yeah, because, like, these horde games have to evolve in a way. Yeah. Like, Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2 work because, like, they're classics. Everyone knows them. It's nostalgia. It's not hard. But people keep coming out with more, and it's just the same shit.
Yeah.
But, like, somehow worse.
The weapons don't feel good either.
They don't feel good.
I use most of the SMB, and, like, it just... No weight.
No.
It was like it's like I was shooting little paintballs at them. And, like, that was it. There's no sprint, which is annoying, because you kind of move slow. The jump is super heavy. Like, it just... Yeah.
No difficulty options.
No, and it gets kind of difficult. No direction about what it is you're supposed to actually be doing.
Did we find the melee button?
Yes.
We did.
Well, there's no melee.
Uh-huh.
It is you hit I think you click in, no, it's left bumper, and it kind of, like, puts out that energy field and pushes them back.
That's not a melee button.
That was the equivalent of, there was no melee. There's no melee weapons.
Yeah.
There's no, you can't, if someone comes up to you, you can't just, like, punch them.
So, you know how Back 4 Blood has, like, its card thing?
Yeah.
The Anacrusis has this weird perk system where you find this matter condenser, whatever, and you basically, like, use it to create one of 3 randomly generated perks, and it feels like the perks suck.
For the most part, yeah.
Like, and the only one I ever really choose is the one that gives me, like, a bigger pulse that knock enemies back more, because it's nothing else is really useful.
So with the lack of direction thing, we had, like, one issue where it's at the, like, very end of a level.
Yeah.
Or, like, a stage within the level. Because, I guess, you go from safe room to safe room to safe room, and it takes quite a few of them to actually finish the level, just like Left 4 Dead.
Which, somehow we finished.
Yeah, we did finish the whole
We finished for episode 1 somehow.
At the end, you're, like, running through this field full of flowers, And at no point before this was it like this, and they give you no indication.
Nope.
It seems like it's just an endless horde that you're supposed to run through to the end.
And these flowers are tall. You really can't see shit.
No. And, of course, you have no way of knowing this is going to happen until you just die, because you're so used to, like, oh, here's the horde. We're going to kind of hunker down. Hunker down? Is that a thing? Or am I thinking of hunks?
I'm going to hunker down. I want to say yes, but because you're questioning me, and now I want to say no. I'm going to hunker down. I'm going to hunk.
Maybe hunkering down is when you're bunkering down with some hunks.
Hey, Google. What's hunkered down?
That was a clear question.
According to Cambridge Dictionary, Cambridge University Press, to hunker down is also to be prepared to stay in a particular place or situation for as long as necessary, especially for protection or to achieve something. You hunkered down in the cellar while the storm raged outside.
Especially.
Yeah. I guess it's real.
Yeah, so...
You're hunkering down.
So you're hunkering and bunkering.
Yeah, and like the horde comes, you fight it off, and then you move on. But not here. But they didn't. No indication. So you have to die, and then go all the way back to the last safe room and play through it all over again.
There's like no checkpoint system besides starting straight up from whatever safe room you left off at. And I don't like that.
I mean, that is like the Left 4 Dead thing, but...
Left 4 Dead also has difficulty options.
Yeah, that's true.
Left 4 Dead also feels good to play.
There were connection issues that we were all kind of having where the game would just like... Stutter pretty bad. And at first I thought it was just me and like kind of my PC issue, and then you were having it, right?
Yeah.
The other person we were playing were having it.
I try not to focus on technical issues on early access games.
Sure. But when there's so much already wrong with the game,
you might as well
pile on, you know.
Yeah.
You can't choose what character you play as. Not that it matters.
Yeah.
But you just assigned a random character.
Which they're all equally uninteresting.
Yes. Forced matchmaking with strangers, as in there was 3 of us playing together. There's a party of 4. You can't just like go in with a bot or just the 3 of you.
No.
It has to be another person. Eventually that person left. And then we had a bot who...
Why'd that person leave?
We don't know. Well, you kind of shot him down. You mowed him down.
So, first off, he wasn't sticking with the clan. He wasn't sticking with the crew. He was just running off.
Yeah.
Secondly, he wasn't doing a lot most of the time. And then thirdly, he just became AFK at one point, and he just wasn't helping.
Yeah.
So then I started shooting him until he died. And then I helped him up.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Immediately. I was like, yeah, but then I shot him again.
Yeah.
And then he left the game. And I was like, finally we can play in peace.
The bot was really stupid, but also more helpful than that person.
Much more healthy, took more hits, and like...
They revived you like right away.
And because they're a bot, they don't need their health. They're immediately going to come give it to you.
Right.
Much better.
Although they did just kind of... Because they mostly just followed you.
Yeah.
There were plenty of times where they're just kind of in my way when I'm trying to shoot the hordes.
Of course.
But yeah... Should we talk about a couple good things?
Yeah, let's talk about the 2 good things.
The Flasher.
So, the Flasher, all right, you got your Left 4 Dead games, you have all the exact same shit. So, there's a spawner. This thing creates these tiny little balls.
Just annoying.
That have a tongue that sticks out and shoots lasers.
Yeah, I don't really understand what's going on with that.
You got the Grabber, which is just the smoker.
Yeah, just like the smoker.
You got the Goober.
I think it's Gooper.
Which is, if you were to take, like, the Boomer and the Jockey and, like, just see what happens, put them in a room together for 9 months.
Goo everywhere, and everyone just keeps going, I'm good!
So, like, they shoot goo at you, but, like, it actually, like covers you and essentially makes you look like a Mr. Hanky.
Yeah.
With arms.
Which was also kind of annoying, because if you're the last person left...
Yeah.
And you get gooed...
You need it shot. Like, you need someone to shoot it off of you.
Yeah, so if you get gooed and you're, like, one person left, like, that's it.
Yeah.
You're just going to sit there and wait for them the other little random enemies to smack you a bunch until you die.
There's the Brute, which is, like, I want to say a combination of the tank and whatever the rusher.
Was it Hunter?
No, you know the dude from the Left 4 Dead games is just like the big shoulder and he just barges at you?
Is that not the dude that like jumps on you and like, is like punching you in the face and shit?
That's the Hunter.
Okay, that's what...
I think Charger.
I don't remember.
So, because the Brute in this game is like a weaker version of the tank...
Yeah.
But also doesn't really do anything but comes straight for you. Mm-hmm. So, like, he's not the tank, he's just a shitty tank.
Kinda, yeah.
But then we get to the Flasher, which it just bellows out this bright-ass light and does exactly what you think, and you cannot see anything around it.
And when you're, like, kind of a bit away, you're never, like, far away.
Yeah.
When you're kind of away and, like, you see that yellow light, it's, like, by far the most visually interesting thing that's happening.
And gameplay-wise, like, we haven't seen anything, like, interesting from Left 4 Dead type games in a while. Because they all just reuse the exact same enemy types.
The most interesting thing in Back 4 Blood is, like, their card system, which I didn't even love, really.
No. But this new enemy type, I was like, all right, this is different. This is kind of cool. I like this. I can't see. But also, they're not too hard.
And the enemy design itself was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't remember what your second thing was. I said I really like the shield grenades. I thought that was cool. It's just a cool little... It's just a grenade you throw down, and it makes like a... kind of like a Gibraltar shield. Like, the enemies can't cross it, but you can stand in it and still shoot like through it, but they can't get to you.
The only thing you can really do with that is strategically place it in doorways so they can't come through. Yeah, that's its most useful feature.
I liked that. I thought that was cool.
Here's the second thing that was cool. When you're in the safe room, you can shoot the windows and then,
that's what it was.
And then break the glass and then shoot the enemies through.
Yeah, a nice little touch. I can't remember if Left 4 Dead and Back 4 Blood have that.
I don't know, but the way that, like, the setup is...
Yeah.
Like, well, that's the thing. In Left 4 Dead, it was just, like, a metal door with bars, so you could shoot through the bars. But this is like, oh, we put some time into glass physics and made sure that broke in a certain way and whatnot, but, you know, we can't do anything else.
Yeah. This game needs a lot of work, in my opinion. And even if they put that work in after this kind of first impression... I'm never gonna touch this game again.
You know why people put games out in early access? For other people's impressions. They thought this was good enough to just put out. I feel like as like a worker, I'd be like, I'm not proud of this.
It's so because like Valheim was early access. I think is it still early access? I think so.
Yeah, but you know what Valheim had? Content.
Yeah, and it was fun, and you could. That's when it works. Like there was content, and you could see like. Oh, this is a really good foundation here.
Yeah.
Like, it totally adds to this. But even as it is, it's fun.
No, this is just reused wallpaper. That's what the Anacrusis is.
Basically, but, like, a worse wallpaper.
Yeah. The backing of reused wallpaper.
Maybe we're a little mean, but it wasn't good.
It's frustrating.
Why don't you go next? Because you got a couple more games than I do.
I made more progress in Resident Evil 4 VR. So, Jesus, fuck that game is long. Like, I know.
This has got to be, the fourth time you're talking about it here?
Oh, wait till next time.
That would be the next time.
So, I'm like 8.5, almost 9 hours in. I'm officially on the final chapter now. I'm on 5-1. But we're not going to be talking about that right now. We're going to be talking about 4-4 because Jesus fucking Christ. So, Salazar, the castle, your little boy, your favorite, most memorable.
He's a ridiculous character.
The little Napoleon fucker.
Yep.
Granted, Leon, he's got some good fucking shit. He's like, the dude's taunting him, and Leon pulls out a knife, chucks it, gets it stuck right in his hand, and as soon as he pulls it out, he's like, ow, ow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a little bitch. You're exactly the fish creature from Resident Evil 8.
Yeah.
But unlike him, this boss battle, oh man, it showed me so far what is now my most hated part of the game.
I don't remember the boss. I don't remember a lot of Resident Evil 4.
So, with this boy's fucking boss battle, you walk into the room, and him and like his tall henchman buddy thing get sucked up by this rectum on the wall and like
Nice.
consumed, and are then like Resident Evil-esque, like formed with this giant creature thing. And so now out of the wall spouts this giant fucking long neck eye, these two arms sticking out, and in the back is this little like cage, flesh cage that opens up that shows Salazar in there. So I'm on this balcony thing with like a pit below me, and if I fuck up any of the QuickTime events, which I did, because they all sucked in this part of the game.
How does a QuickTime event in VR work?
It's one of a few different things. It is either pushing a button on each controller at the same time,
Okay.
shaking them like I'm running, or moving them up, down, or like away from each other as like a QuickTime event. Like, oh, I gotta quickly pull apart, or I gotta shift up.
That feels like some real Nintendo Wii shit.
It does, but it's not like, it's not bad. Like, I'm still in it.
Okay.
So this thing sprouts out, and if I miss any of the QuickTime events, the arms pick me up or knock me off into this pit. Mm-hmm. Now, in this pit, the little spider creatures start coming. And anytime one of those gets close to you, you got to do a QuickTime event to get it off. So I'm like shaking them like I'm running to get them off. And the only way back up on top to fight this thing again is on either of the two ladders on the left or the right side of the arena. So I'm running around, avoiding these spiders the best I can, climbing up the ladder, hoping to avoid one of the many hits that will knock me off the ladder, getting back into the middle, pulling out whatever gun is my strongest, and starting to shoot this thing in the eye. Now, as you start to do damage to it, this long neck head thing is going back and forth on this like platform balcony, slamming his head down, starting on like my far right, working its way to the left. And if it hits you, it's like you just got flashbanged. The entire screen goes white. You hear like the high-pitched ding, and then you slowly come back, and it's like, all right, where am I? Start shooting it again. And the amount of times that I would climb up the ladder to get back up there as he's coming down, boom! Flashbang as soon as I'm like, this is easily the most disorienting part of the entire game.
For sure, yeah.
I'm missing a QuickTime event that is badly timed, throwing me into this pit as I'm climbing up, avoiding these spiders, giving me more QuickTime events. I'm climbing up the ladder, getting flashbanged again, climbing into the middle. I died to this boss fight a total of like 4 times. Oh, man. So the final thing that happens as you're like whittling away at this health, you're shooting the eyeball, it goes down, the little flesh cage opens up, you're getting pot shots on Salazar, and then like right at the last second, the long neck eyeball thing turns into like a Venus flytrap mouth, and if you do not move out of the way, it is a one-hit kill.
Oof.
You know what's right before the end of the boss fight? That. So if you dodge it and get like the last shot, you win. That thing got me 3 of the 4 times I died. And the timing of it, because trying to maneuver in VR, getting the right shot, focusing on so many things, and then seeing that thing open up, I cannot like move to my thumbstick and like move myself out of the way fast enough. So I just kept dying, and I'm alone in my apartment, in my room, middle of the day, VR goggles on, just, you gotta be fucking kidding me! I was pissed off, and let's just do it, let's get it over with, and oh man, by the time I finally finished it, I was ecstatic. Now, there was an audio glitch, because this thing is this giant fleshy thing. When I killed it, it was like, and it's only right where the enemy died. And right where they died is the platform and the ladder that I have to climb up because there was a door behind them. So right as I'm climbing up the ladder, it's just over and over, just repeating and repeating. And there's nothing else in this room. It's just... I'm like, I gotta get out of here, man.
You don't like
I'm
that?
stressed
and, like,
out.
Your headphones in VR really immersive.
Look,
and just...
I know what good pussy sounds like, but I had to get away from that room. Jesus, Mary and Joseph, that was just like, I love this game. But there's always the point where it's like, oh yeah, I really like that game. I think I'm going to go back and play it. It's like, well, there is that one point.
Mm-hmm. I don't think if you're playing, because you're playing on easy, I don't think playing on easy, there should be a one-hit kill move.
Yeah, I just, that part really frustrated me the most. And somehow, I still got like another 3 hours left of that game. I don't know.
That's
how.
just like, what, one more session, maybe two?
Yeah.
Depending on how quick you move, you got it.
That's the thing. I got to finish 5-1, and then there's 5-2, -3, and -4, and it's over.
You got it.
But there's so I know.
You got it.
Maybe Sunday.
You got it.
Yeah.
I played a brand new game this week. Halo. Combat Evolved.
That's a good game, bud.
Yeah, this is my third attempt at playing through the Halo games to be like ready for the new one. Because everyone saw Halo Infinite, good campaign, it's good. I want to play it, but I want to know everything, you know?
It is good.
It's Halo. It's that first Halo game. I don't know what new I could say about it.
Did you hit the start or select button, switching the graphics?
No, I didn't know that was a thing in the Master Chief Collection.
At any point in like real-time game, like you're walking around, it's either the start button or the select. Hitting that will immediately change it to the OG graphics.
Interesting.
And you could just like on the fly in the middle of a gunfight, just switch the graphics just cause. And it's just a cool little touch that they did.
I have my issues with this first Halo.
And the second one, which you will soon see.
Oh no, I've played through the second one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's at some levels that are more open and like fields and shit. No direction.
Nope.
You're just driving around mostly empty fields. I hate the way the Warthog controls. I don't think I will ever like it.
Yeah.
It's like a little toy car that controls poorly and then just flips over everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm playing co-op with my partner, and there's seemingly no way to turn off friendly fire. So we're going through the library, which sucks because it is for probably over half an hour the same level design on a loop. You just keep horde after horde after horde after horde. Yeah, it's fine for like the first third.
That's why
it's just like
that's why Halo 1 and 2 are not my favorites.
I probably killed her 4 times during that stretch.
Goddamn.
And she was starting to get a little frustrated. Because they're like, I'm sorry. I'm not meaning. She's like, it's not you, it's this level. It sucks.
Yeah.
I think the most entertaining thing is that you start the game co-op, Halo 1, and you know, it's like you wake up in the thing and it's just like, all right, now look up, look down. Like,
yeah. So
there's none of that. Instead, it's just a cutscene with 2 Master Chiefs coming out of these 2 pods, and that's the only time it's ever addressed, and there's just 2 Master Chiefs. Everything else is just 1 Master Chief. It's fun. I hope this is the time I get through them. So when they do add, which should be this year, the co-op to the campaign of Halo Infinite, 2 of us can just like run through it.
I mean, that's going to be a really fun time co-op because
solo
imagine. It was a really fun time.
Yeah. And I want to check out, I want to mess around with the grappling hook. I want to do some open world shit.
God, the grappling hook. It is, any grappling hook that fucks around with like skill and physics and stuff, because you use that grappling hook and you know what you're doing looking around in the right direction, you can go far. And it's, I love it.
Another thing I don't like about this OG Halo, I don't know how it like evolves throughout the series.
Like combat-wise?
Combat-wise, yes. Like I know this.
So there's this Halo game, and I don't know how it evolves.
Yeah, I see what you did now.
Got him!
But you're also right. That is what I'm talking about, combat.
So tell me, how does Halo's combat evolve?
Damn it. I know, like, I don't know if they ever add, like, aim down sights and stuff or like anything like that.
They do, but they take it away.
Oh,
I know,
that's
but that's
mean.
Yeah, but here's the thing. We're not the Halo guys, and the
We're
Halo
not.
guys don't
I know.
like that.
I know.
The
I get it.
the shitty COD guys like me like the ADS, and we got it for like 1 or 2 games.
Yeah, and that's okay. So and like, fine. That's not even really where I'm going with this.
Yeah,
I strongly prefer the human guns over any of the alien guns, at least in the first 2 games, which is most of my experience with Halo.
I'd probably have to say the same.
I find them to be not as fun to shoot and kind of weaker and a little weird. Like the Needler, like I don't like it. Just give me like a gun that shoots straight.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
I like the Needler though. It's a classic, and it's got a good oomph to it if you actually land the shots.
And it not nearly enough ammo for you to continue using those human weapons.
Yeah.
You are forced to switch around a lot.
That's Halo.
Yeah. And it just, I'm interested in the lore and story, kind of. I'm sure it gets better as the series goes on, or it's like more of a focus.
Yeah.
Because the first one is like, you know.
You'll see. Two obviously, 3 definitely, and then the big shift. You got Reach and whatnot, but then the new stuff with 4, 5, and 6, which is like, fucking, you want narrative, you got it, man.
I do want narrative.
Oh, it's fucking coming.
Yes.
It's gonna come.
It's got, yep. But yeah, it's Halo. I am not Mr. Halo guy.
Yeah.
It's never been my thing, but I hate when a new game comes out and everyone loves it. And I'm like, but I'm just not into it, but I want to be. I want to enjoy every game.
You gotta start playing every game.
I'm trying.
You should have tried a long time ago.
I did multiple times.
No, you just kept shoving those little NES cartridges in your NES. And
Sure.
And you would sit in your closet and you would spit on your glasses. And
that's exactly what I put it. You know, I would go in my room, I'd put an NES game in, and then I would just go in my closet and spit on my glasses.
I'm having such a good time. I love this game.
I could like hear the Mario music in the distance.
It's like, Dylan, let's go. It's like, I am.
I'm doing it.
I won.
That's Halo.
That's Halo. I started a game, but I don't remember. I don't know what number starting this is. Could be 3. This could be the 3rd time I've started this game.
Oh, what is it?
I started Spec Ops: The Line.
All right.
This is
I've never played it.
This is gaming resolution number 1.
Oh, okay.
So, as a reiteration, I have a gaming resolution. I take 5 games that I'm like, we haven't beaten this by now. I feel like we should have played this by now. And I throw them up there, and we got Spec Ops: The Line. Now, I started the game long time ago, probably around when it came out, but that was also my time of, hey, let's get like 8 games, try them all in one day, see which one I like, and then end up not playing any of them and starting them over a few months later.
Yeah.
So I'm playing Spec Ops: The Line now, and there's a few things that really stick out to me. So the game came out in 2012, and I put down for a 2012 game and this is basically the military equivalent of a Gears of War, like a generic military shooter in the style of a Gears of War game. It is like the set pieces that they have and like some of the acting and like the level of the cinematography is like I'm getting a generic military Gears of War that like if you like smashed it with The Last of Us 2. Like there are some really like ahead of its time moments and like some mechanics. There's this huge gimmick with sand in the game. So it's takes place in Dubai. It's super sandy, sandstorms everywhere, and all this shit's going down. And you're walking around basically like a completely sandy, taken over city. And there's trucks and cars and everything, and as you're fighting, you're going to come across cars or buildings that have sand on one side of windows, and if you shoot those windows, the sand will do something. Like it'll come down, it'll take out a few enemies, or it'll come do this and do that. But in certain moments, it really feels like it adds to the set pieces and some of that narrative where it's like it's the camera's going and moving with the characters and things are happening in ways that I'm like immediately thinking that's how they do it in The Last of Us, you know? It's so much detail in what and it's so casual. Because I feel like so many times you get some of these shooters and it's like, all right, we're military men, go do this. No, I want the Bad Company 2 shit. I want military guys to be walking around and like shooting the shit. I want them just like casual conversation, you know?
I was gonna say, wasn't this game like really well received? That actually seems pretty mixed.
No, at the time it was well received.
Okay.
Like at the time when it came out, it was definitely well received for some of the things that it did. I don't know how much it continued. Obviously there was no sequel. Obviously Jaeger is doing what Jaeger's doing now.
And mixing itself with some Red Bull.
Yeah. But there are some moments that just, I don't know, the acting really stands up. You don't see a lot of level of narrative and like direction in some of these old 360 games.
Sure. I mean, it was that era. It's different times.
That's the thing. Like with the sand, I can't tell whether the sand mechanic is like 360 gimmicky or like actually kind of cool and useful, because at points it just
could be both.
That's the thing. It repeats itself in a way where it's like, all right, this game has sand. That's the mechanic. Like that's the special thing that we're seeing a lot. But also narratively, it works with the world building. And in certain moments, when you're utilizing it, it creates its own set piece. So, for example, there's the thing where there's this bus that's like kind of leaning on top of a pile of sand, and there's some guys under it. You shoot the windows, and the sand comes out, falls on top of them. Later, you're fighting, and there's some also cool things. There's sand on the roofs. There's skylights everywhere. If you shoot the windows of the skylights, the enemies on top will fall through and whatnot. And there's this part where there's this big battle happening in this what seems like this lobby of a building, and behind the enemies are these like maybe 3 or 4 story tall windows completely covering this whole side of the wall. And you can make your way up and end up taking over an MG. And after a while, you can take out all of those windows to the point where the sand that is stacked up 3 stories high itself comes in, takes out almost everybody, and leaves a like hill to walk up and like leave out the building.
I kind of see what you're saying.
So like that's really cool.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm reusing the same thing to like, all right, take out a few enemies here, do this, do that.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. I'm playing this game at this point 10 years past it came out.
Yeah.
And I remember like getting into it then, but like when you get into a game so far after and you try like analyzing it, it's so weird because at this point I have so many things to compare it to.
Right.
Which is why I get
gaming
like
has evolved a lot in 10 years.
It has. Which makes me think like, oh, they have these things. This is just like, oh, it literally it plays exactly like Gears of War. You want to run, hold A. It doesn't have the same like.
So it's like literally.
Yes, you don't reload with RB, but it is Gears of War.
Okay.
Your guns run out of ammo. You got to go pick up enemy weapons. It is literally Gears of War. It is with cooler mechanics and the story seems fine so far. Bad guy, you're good guys. There's hostages, terrorists. Seems like everyone's confused because like, oh, we're going to do this thing, but then there's other American soldiers and they don't know us, but they're going to shoot us, so we might as well shoot them. I don't know. I'm trying to pay attention to the story. It's a short game. I'm halfway through it already.
Okay.
There's only like so much you can do, but it's a certain
like we were saying, 360 era. It's not like. Stories in games then are not like they are now. No. But the way that the story was shot, the way that the camera moves, and the way things go around, it's very much so not 360 area. It feels so much more ahead of its time. And because you have those mechanics of the sand, like, I look at something like that and be like, why doesn't any other game do cool shit like that? Especially 10 years later. Yeah.
Where is that stuff? Like, that would be really cool. You get world building, and like I said, you're taking out all these windows, and how many 30 feet tall sand waves start coming in, but then you can just leave out from there. Like they did a good job. It's well done. Where is it now? You know,
they need to remake the game, and then it does really good, and then they make a sequel.
Maybe, unless it ends in a certain way.
goes.
I still got to finish playing it, but I don't know. I'm happy I'm finally getting to it. I really like what I'm seeing, but I don't know. I want to have like 80 opinions on it.
80?
There's so many opinions I want to
opinions.
have. There's so much going on. I don't know. For personally, it's such a divisive thing too, because it's like, that's the one game where I talk to my bud and he's like, you still haven't beaten that? I'm like, one of these fucking days, I will get to it. One of these days.
I mean, I never played it, so
Yeah.
you're ahead of me.
I'm enjoying it. It's got some cool shit.
Cool.
Yeah.
You know that it's the season hasn't kicked in yet for all these new games when I'm playing the first Halo and you're playing Spec Ops.
I'm playing Spec Ops The Line. No, yeah. There's literally nothing on the menu for me besides finishing stuff and waiting for Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Yeah, pretty much. I got a game that we'll mention later. It's
Yeah.
coming out this week, but otherwise, like, big shit. It's Pokemon. That will probably take us a little bit to get through, and then it just like that's it.
Yeah.
That's the end of life after that. You didn't play anything else, did you?
Okay, so no, this is a little banter thing I want to throw in.
All right.
When I was home the other night, I ended up like, I could not sleep. I was in the living room. I was just laying on the couch. It's like 3 a.m. and I was just like, fuck it. You know what? I would say my shut off brain PS5 game is Spider-Man PS4. Anytime
Sure.
I say fuck it and like I have my Xbox in the room or I'm in the living room and I'm doing whatever, I have my PS5, I'm like, I'm bored. I'm going to play Spider-Man. Little did I know that at 3 a.m. when I turned on Spider-Man, it just so happened to be my favorite part of the game, which is...
Well, you kind of like restarted the game, right?
Yeah, so every time I go and play Spider-Man PS4, I'm playing more of the campaign that I started, I don't know what, sometime last year.
Yeah.
So this is that part, and I got up to the part where he's going up against the helicopter, and he's like chasing it while like he attached the thing to it. So he's doing all the cool set piece things where he's flying through shit.
Yeah.
And then it's the part where he gets knocked off and the crane starts falling, and it's like super set piecey, and you're running around webbing the crane up to the building and like jumping down doing quick time events. I love that part.
Is this the same time where like you kind of like run through like a little office in a building or something? Okay.
Yeah. That part,
It's just very set piecey, but it's fun.
It's so fun. So
Yeah.
once I got through that mission, I was like, God, like I feel so good and satisfied now. I'm done.
Spider-Man's good.
But that part, I was like, I little did I know I was hopping in. I was going to play anyway, and I was like, fuck it, I'll do a story mission. And I was like, oh, it's this one? I'm in it now. Like, I love it. I'll just watch part of it on YouTube. It's so good. It's such a fun part.
Yeah, they really made a game that, like, not only does it have, like, a really good story, all that stuff, but it's just fun.
It feels so good.
Which is, like, a weird thing, because, like, a lot of times video games, we like them, but they aren't necessarily fun.
I'll watch any Spider-Man movie and immediately get the urge to, I have to pop it in.
So I was very close to doing that when No Way Home was coming out, and I watched through Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies to like, get prepared for the thing that everyone knew was going to happen that I won't explicitly say. But at that point, I was very close after finishing those movies to just put in Spider-Man and just swing around.
Yeah. It feels so good still.
Mm-hmm. That is the game I went to. I opened up Miles Morales when I got my new TV and just started swinging. Because I was like, you know, when you get a new TV,
of
you're
course.
Like, oh, it looks so good. I got to like what really looks good.
Yeah.
So I put in Miles Morales and it was just like swinging around the city, and it feels good, but it was also like, just it has it.
While we're on the subject, Ben Platt. Is it the wrong guy? Yeah, it is.
I don't know.
That's a singer. His
know who
name's
you're
Ben
talking
something. The original facial actor for Spider-Man PS4. The OG.
Oh, right. 'Cause
Yeah.
they did the whole thing. Yeah.
That's him. That's my Spider-Man.
That's
my Spider-Man.
Is the original game, is it still that?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
I will not play Spider-Man PS4 remastered.
Right, okay. So it's a remastered where the new face, and then obviously Miles Morales.
I'll cringe my way through it, but yeah.
That's
my Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid reasoning
I know.
bullshit.
Yeah. I don't like it. I'm definitely less upset than you about it, but I don't like it. But like I it is what it is.
No. I get real mad when they switch out actors in movies and shit.
Sure.
Even more so in a game, because it's like, I'm not watching like a 2-hour movie and getting attached. I'm playing a 25-hour game with this face.
That's true. Well, a lot of it is behind a mask, at least.
Well, no, but that's the face that I associate. And look, I 100%ed it. I platinumed it. I 100%ed all the DLCs. I've been with that face a while.
That's your face.
That's my fucking face. And now it's gone. Ugh, I miss him.
I mean, you can still go in and see him.
I do. I only played the PS4 version. All right, that's it for games.
Let's move on to news. Do you want to save the big thing for the end?
Or
should we jump into it?
I will gladly jump into the big thing right now.
All right, yeah.
All right. So I don't know when. I don't know whose idea this was. I don't know when it started, but
I think last year or 2 years ago is when like the idea first came. Are you talking about what happened?
Oh yeah, I'm talking about what happened.
Yeah.
So again, I don't know whose idea it was. I don't know.
Phil Spencer's.
It could have been Phil's.
It was.
But we are getting numerous Dog the Bounty Hunter video games.
Oh, that's
starring
okay.
Dog the Bounty Hunter.
That's not
the
news.
Biggest news. That is the biggest news the entire year. We are getting
the worst news.
Multiple Dog the Bounty Hunter games starring Dwayne Chapman. Dwayne Dog the Bounty Hunter Chapman.
That's not the news.
So you can see him. It's all caps. Dog the fucking Bounty Hunter is getting his own series of games that he will star in. Yes.
And it was Phil Spencer's idea.
It could have been. It could have been. And if it was, then that's just more decisions that Phil's getting right. Now you can talk about whatever.
All right, let's talk about the actual big thing.
Oh man, Dog.
That's it. Yep. Xbox, Microsoft has acquired. They own Activision Blizzard.
Almost.
I guess technically not yet. The deal has to actually happen, but it is happening.
Yeah.
The agreement was reached. It's not, paperwork is not signed.
This is the largest video game acquisition in history.
Remember we were talking about Zynga being bought? And we were like, yeah, it's like $12-something billion.
12.7. That's
more than Bethesda.
Yeah.
$68.7 billion. I'm going to go in and say that beats $12 billion by quite a hefty amount.
Yeah, but maybe just like a handful.
Maybe if you like count down to the pennies. Yeah, this is the deal that, so like Bethesda was big, obviously, and that
I'm okay.
Was that your elbow?
Yeah, it was more bark, no bite.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to react.
Yeah, I know.
I feel fine. I feel brand new.
Oh, that changed you for the better?
You know what? I think that fixed my deviated septum.
Wow. Anyway, this was the deal that no one is safe anymore to me.
No.
This is like, if Activision Blizzard is being purchased by Microsoft, and like Square Enix can be bought, Sega can be bought, Capcom, Rockstar, anyone can be bought. At this rate,
so with Microsoft doing this, apparently an article came out saying that Sony's stock prices ended up, or market cap ended up falling 13%, which was about $20 billion.
That's a lot of money. Which that when you told me, you mentioned that to me earlier, that kind of surprised me. I don't know how like stocks work and shit.
It trends you can kind of see.
Yeah.
Like logically, if mommy and daddy.
Okay, who's mommy and who's daddy here?
I was just going with a random hypothetical.
Oh, okay. Go on.
So you got mommy and daddy.
Okay.
All right, and then you got kid.
Yep.
All right. If mommy takes the kid, people don't look at daddy as good anymore. You know.
I see what you're saying.
Right.
Right?
Not
a bad comparison.
Not bad.
Did you come up with that on your own?
Well, I had a few years to live through.
I meant, did you like see that on the internet today?
Oh, yeah, no, I came up with that right here.
Okay. Good job. Props.
Thanks.
Yeah, so we have some details about this. A lot of rumors, unconfirmed stuff, like sources say this, sources say that.
So don't forget, this is Activision Blizzard King.
Yes, so Candy Crush, which that in and of itself is going to make Microsoft a shit ton of money now.
Yeah. On top of residual Candy Crush money, residual
Sure.
Call of Duty money, residual World of Warcraft money.
Yep.
They just bought money. That's what they did.
They bought money.
They just bought money.
Phil Spencer will be the boss of Activision Blizzard.
Phil Spencer, him, CEO of Xbox Gaming.
Yeah, he's CEO of gaming. Him and Jeff Keighley are the CEOs of gaming.
Which
Jeff Keighley announces the games and Phil Spencer owns the games.
And so, speaking of leaders, as of right now, it seems that Bobby Smalldick is going to be leaving the company hopefully with sum of around like $300 million.
Yeah, that's
bonus.
how this shit goes.
Now, does he deserve it? No. Is it the easiest way to get him out without a fuss in order to actually start fixing all the problems? It's like, fine, give the baby his pacifier. We're going to fix everything now.
Yeah, you see, I saw some like Blizzard or Activision Blizzard, I guess, employees on Twitter like kind of saying shit about Bobby Smalldick. I like that.
Yeah.
Just saying how like he would complain about like the progress of Overwatch 2 or something, and then like an employee went out there and was like, well, you kept wanting us to add these random features to Overwatch 1, and then you would come in and scrap them, so we made no progress on Overwatch 2, and this would keep happening, and then you would complain to us about Overwatch 2. It's like, so, like, that's obviously an issue. Then there's all the other shit that's been going on with Activision
That's
Blizzard.
really going on.
Yeah, that's like the real bad shit.
Bobby, why do you want to get the company? Why do you want to sell it? Yeah, just these two games haven't gone gold yet, and I just think, you know what, I'm done.
So again, a lot of headlines, a lot of rumors, a lot of stuff's not confirmed.
Yeah.
From what I understand, Phil Spencer approached this deal last year or 2 years ago, and Bobby Smalldick was like, no. And now, like, amidst all this other shit, Phil was like, now?
Yeah.
And he was like, all right.
Yeah. Come on.
Which is like, I guess good on Phil for really, like, striking at the right time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coda's gonna step down. Probably won't be till 2023 that the deal is like legitimately finalized.
Probably because you have to wait for the deal to finish while he's still in a way head.
Yeah, and I'm sure a deal like this is not a simple like, all right, I just signed this piece of paper and I own you now. No, I'm sure there's a lot of lawyer shit to figure out.
Divorces go really crazy ways.
Bloomberg reported that some games will still be on PlayStation, and others will be Xbox exclusives. I don't doubt that big games will now be Xbox exclusives. As you look at Bethesda, and like Starfield's an exclusive.
Yeah.
Fallout, I'm sure moving forward will be exclusive. I'm sure Elder Scrolls, I don't remember if that was ever confirmed, but that'll probably be an exclusive.
That's so fucking weird.
Yeah, so like, is the next Call of Duty, like, you said this earlier, Warzone, I'm sure they're going to keep on PlayStation.
They will.
Because That makes sense.
I mean, Phil, that's the thing. Phil came out and said, look, things will change, but we have no intention of like tearing apart anyone's like current communities.
Right. Because that would be like what, you just take it down and PlayStation people can't play. Like, that game's out already. Like,
yeah.
But like, is the next, or maybe the one after, depending on like when this deal is official, at some point, are like new Call of Duty campaigns, like, you can't play them on PlayStation.
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
Yeah. Overwatch, is that not going to be on PlayStation? Overwatch 2 when that happens?
That's fucking weird.
Yeah. Are they going to bring World of Warcraft to Xbox?
And like, in a weird way, like, what? Like, it's all so new and everything, but in a weird way, it's like, what does PlayStation have anymore? They have what they had because Xbox had nothing.
Yeah,
now,
and like
now see how the turntables, you know?
It was I saw a meme that's going around, and it was from the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies with James Franco, and it just said on the bottom, it was James Franco all upset. He says, "I have nothing left, nothing except Spider-Man."
Yeah,
and it's like, yeah, that's kind of Sony. Like, obviously, yeah, like, they have The Last of Us, they have God of War, like they have their first party shit like that.
Yeah, but that's like, that's not COD, that's not Fallout,
no, and
that's not. Wow.
It's like they're still gonna have their games, and like they're gonna come out with good games, but they just lost over the last few years with like this and Bethesda a significant proportion of third-party games.
And it's clear, as some of these people are saying, that we might just not be getting new IPs from these big studios because it's easier to just reuse assets. Games are getting more expensive. So if we're only going to be seeing like sequels and remasters, Xbox just picked up, I don't know, most of the franchises that people buy.
Yeah.
Like 60% of them.
And again, like so we all know, like, it's no secret, Microsoft as a corporation or a company, whatever, against Sony, Microsoft has a lot more money, which is why they can do deals like this. So it's like, how does Sony, who do they buy at this level? Like, is someone going to buy Ubisoft now?
I mean, what is the level between Microsoft and Sony? Because, yeah, you have Sony with their gaming department, and then you have Sony with their movie department, you have Sony with their technological department, and you have Microsoft that does games, and then, like, technology stuff.
So, like, as a whole, I meant it as, like, as a whole, so, like, everything, Microsoft for Sony. Yeah, Microsoft has a lot more money. They're able to buy these things. So, like, Xbox is going to be, like, sure, like, Phil Spencer, head of Xbox, is going to be the head of Activision Blizzard, but like, Microsoft, it's Microsoft money.
Yeah, Sony's kind of
Microsoft's going to own it. Sony's got money, but, like, I don't know. This is such a weird thing.
I don't factually know who has more money. Do you?
Factually, like, legitimately, no, but I'm 99.9% sure Microsoft has a lot more money.
If someone came up and put two guns at the back of my head and said, which one? Microsoft or Sony? I'd be like, you know what? You picked a bad day. I do not know.
I would say Microsoft in a heartbeat.
I'd be like, can I have a guess?
Okay, let's see. So Sony's market cap, whatever that means, is $150 billion. Microsoft's is $2 trillion. This headline is Microsoft could straight up buy Sony,
which they should at this point. Because, like, what if?
It's, yeah.
I mean, that's the other weird thing. It's because it's like, all right, Sekiro.
So they don't, no. They don't own Sekiro. Like,
they don't.
The IP. No, because I even though, like, yes, it was, like, Activision publishing, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure that's still owned by From, the IP. I only know that because of editor Al, and he knows his shit, and one of the first things he said was, they don't own Sekiro, right?
He knows his shit because all he cares about is From.
Yes, so
that's it.
So we know, like, Sekiro is not owned by them now, and I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of other cases like that where we're gonna learn over the next year.
Like, where does Bungie sit? Do they fully own Destiny again?
I believe they fully own Destiny. Yes.
And like, what's gonna happen through there? Because it's like, aren't they still?
Well, they split from Activision.
Yeah, are they still connected in any way? Like,
I don't believe so.
Not.
I believe that's, like, done. They're completely separate.
Yeah, well, I don't play any of these fucking games. So.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah, it's complicated. It's big news, which is exciting, but at the same time, this is I don't know. It's a trend that's becoming more and more that, like, for you and me, we have PlayStations.
Yeah.
You have the new Xbox. I have a PC that will play all this shit. It doesn't affect us as much. We have access to everything. But for a lot of people that don't,
yeah,
as this keeps happening, it's just going to further divide console exclusives.
That's the thing that really confuses me the most about Xbox, because it's like, does Xbox 2 years ago, 3 years ago, does Xbox have games? No.
Right.
Xbox, all they talk about is like unification. Everybody should be able to play whatever, wherever. And then Xbox just tosses a fucking money bag, and then now you can't.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's the speaky side, and I'm sure like Phil believes in that shit, Phil Spencer, but there's also the business side.
I know.
Like, they need to... and like, yeah, Xbox has games now.
Yeah.
They have games. That's no longer a thing.
Yeah. You got games on your Xbox?
We got some fan reactions from people. User Decayan WTB on Instagram said to us, could be a good thing. If the money in provides a solid product out, it's a genius move. But we've seen great deals like this get real poopy real quick. Sorry, I believe that was on Twitter, not Instagram. Dying Lobster on Twitter says, it's not a good thing. Instagram user Goodnight Groofs says, World of Warcraft specifically, as someone who just visited Borealis to see fish floating in the sky, seriously, and a dock worker bugged out underwater, I am very excited for this acquisition. The bugs are funny, but they're also a reminder of how far WoW has fallen. Hope we see some improvements post-acquisition. Two of these comments also made a point of like we don't know this. How involved is Phil Spencer and Xbox gonna actually be in like that day-to-day shit? Because in the past, it seems like it's supposed like with Bethesda, like, yeah, Xbox bought them, and I'm sure they're like helping more, but it seems like they're mostly like hands off in the creative process of like,
yeah,
we're not gonna tell you what to do. We're not gonna like, are they actually gonna go in and like replace people and then like, we're gonna fix World of Warcraft?
It's, who knows? Because in this situation, it's much more of like a situation. Like,
yes, like people need to be removed still. So.
There are real problems going on at Activision. So
that's true.
That'll definitely be looked at by Daddy Phil. But
and it's like they're technically not a monopoly because there's still valid competition in Sony, and Nintendo is doing its thing that's always been kind of their own thing to the side compared to Xbox and PlayStation. But man, it's like, I don't know. Does it further monopolize things? Is Microsoft going to be the Disney of gaming, where they just kind of own everything? And then there's the Xbox Avengers, where they all the Price from Call of Duty and Master Chief are teaming up.
I mean, I'm Xbox biased, so.
I know you are.
Yeah.
I used to be PlayStation biased. I was mostly Nintendo biased. I'm kind of whatever now. I just like games.
I feel like I'm whatever now, but I've spent most of my time on an Xbox thing. And
it's a lot of what you grow up having.
My gamer score is really high right now. I think I'm literally like a few hundred away from 180,000.
Like I was saying, though, it doesn't really affect you and me that much. Because, like, we're knee-deep in this gaming shit. Yeah. We're going to have everything. We're going to play everything anywhere. And, like, have our preferences, but, like, whatever. But this is, I don't know.
It's weird. And it's
weird.
It's weird. Who knows? I just don't know. It was such a weird thing with Bethesda, but with Activision, it's much more of a literally wait and see.
Yeah, so Bethesda obviously at the time especially because there was not really any acquisitions like it for quite a while.
Yeah.
That was a big deal.
Yeah.
And I still think it is a big deal.
And it's a big deal a lot from like, I don't know if it's just a me thing, but from like a straight up single player standpoint, like Bethesda is very single player. That's like very single player
that's
stuff.
Changed
it's
over the last few years with like Elder Scrolls Online, Fallout 76.
True, but when I think Bethesda,
Yes.
I think that. When I think more towards Activision, that side, that's so much more multiplayer. That's so much more connection.
Yeah. Call of Duty, Overwatch, MMOs, like
that's what's going to be real confusing for me. And to which, are we getting any single player sequels from these guys in the whatever few years that will be only coming to Xbox? And is it gonna matter at that point?
We don't know. But this one definitely is like,
if you're listening a few years from now, tune in.
Yeah. But no one's safe. Like, nobody. Now it's.
I will gladly be bought.
But yeah, anyone want Microsoft Offshore Gamescast? Hey, like,
look,
hit us up.
Low price of only $1 billion. That's it.
I mean, you just paid a cajillion for this, so like,
you could give me. You know what? I was being a little. $500 million. Come on.
All right, I'll lower the price.
You know,
half. That's okay.
Yeah, 500
we'll take
million.
It. Well, sure. Hit us up, Phil.
Hit me.
Hit me, Phil.
Hit me. Ah, blackjack.
Yeah, it's again like Ubisoft. Like, who's gonna buy majority stake in Ubisoft now? EA. Who's gonna buy EA?
Well, that's the thing. I saw another article that I didn't really look into that EA was possibly thinking about buying
Activision Blizzard.
Yeah.
That okay.
Now imagine the fucking imagine
EA. That's just a shit show joining another shit show. Like,
they're like, hey, this is normal.
Yeah, it's but no clearly no gaming company is too big to be bought. Well, maybe Xbox is.
Tencent.
Yeah, Tencent. I don't think anyone's buying Tencent. But you know what I mean. There's like the few really big ones, and it's just becoming more like, like again, like Disney and Amazon, and like this is the video game version, and it's happening right in front of our eyes.
Yeah, I mean, there's been like 30 or 40 years of movies that predicted this, so I'm not too surprised.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I've seen some of them. Next news topic?
Yeah, I guess let's move on.
I'll segue sort of talking about this year's Call of Duty.
Oh, I didn't know anything about this year's Call of Duty.
So, I don't know if I ended up mentioning any of the leaks that came out about it a few weeks ago, but it seems like it will be picking up where the last one left off, this time focusing more on like drug cartel stuff.
What was the last? Oh, it was
Modern Warfare. Because it's Infinity Ward's year again.
Ah,
yeah.
Okay.
So we're getting
got it.
We're getting Modern Warfare 2.
Right, got it.
Unconfirmed, but it's Modern Warfare 2. So we're getting Modern Warfare 2, and apparently, due to bad sales from Vanguard, that this COD could be announced as early as summer, which seems to be the recent trend, but because of those poor sales, it could release in October again.
Because Vanguard was November, right?
Yeah.
And it was always October before that?
No. It was always November.
Oh.
Always the first week in November, and then I think I don't know what it was. It could have been Cold War or something. One of them came out in October, and it was like, that's weird. That's weird. And then they brought it back, and then now that it could happen again, which,
I mean, it's going to have more competition this year, so.
Oh yeah. I mean, granted, it will be Modern Warfare 2, so people are going to buy it
I'm sure
regardless.
Yeah.
But yeah, we could be getting it a little early, which sure, just throw it in with the rest of the pins in the haystack.
Why not? The next Call of Duty, play it on Game Pass.
Yeah.
I guess let's talk about PlayStation a little bit. Just further pointing towards this streaming service probably happening soon for them.
Yeah.
Their Game Pass competitor. They apparently themselves confirmed that they're pulling PlayStation Now gift cards in the UK, like pulling them off store shelves. They say they're streamlining the gift cards they offer, but this all lines up with like, yeah, it's all going to be under the PlayStation Plus umbrella. PlayStation Now is going to kind of become part of that. Their big whatever they're going to do.
They're really falling behind Xbox, man.
Yeah, they are. And apparently PS3 games have started showing up for sale randomly on PS5.
There have been new things that they've been wanting to try out. I don't know if it's new patents they've been putting in, but things to actually... Because I don't know who said it, but they were like, you guys think you want backwards compatibility, but the statistics say you don't.
That was like the last PlayStation boss, I think, before the current one.
To which, how about just fucking give them the option? Let's let them do it. Let them fucking play what they want to play.
Yeah, let people play whatever they want.
Yeah. You were done?
Yeah, I'm done. That was
some Dying Light news.
Yeah.
So, very unsurprisingly, because pretty much as of to this day, Dying Light 1 is still receiving content updates.
Which is kind of crazy.
It is. Like, at a point, I was like, all right. And then, like, I was like, guys, fucking stop.
Yeah.
It was like, I think it was year 4.
I mean, you gotta respect commitment like
I respect it, but in year 4, I was like, I'm fucking sick of this shit. I played the game. I had fun. Why are you not working on the sequel? Which they were.
They were.
But it's like, God damn it. So, they announced that Dying Light 2 will be receiving 5 years worth of post-loss content.
At least 5 years, they said.
What? That's not surprising. Let's see. Dying Light 1 released January 28th, 2015.
Yeah, so that's 7 years ago now. And it's still getting content updates.
Yep.
So, yeah, not surprising, but still, yeah. Also, with Dying Light 2, while we're here, the Switch Cloud version was delayed.
Fuck that.
It's going to come out in early August instead of along with the actual release of the game.
So, continuing on that thing, there's been more talk about... So, when Dying Light 1 was coming out, it was initially announced to be for the Xbox One, 360, PS3, and PS4. And I know this for a fact because I got the automated call from GameStop telling me that they have decided to forego the previous generation ports and only go for the Xbox One and PS4. And I remember being pissed because now I got to go cancel this pre-order. I know for a fact and whatnot that whatever. So I'm going to get the newer version. And, you know, to the benefit of it, it was probably the right idea. But now, with Dying Light 2, they have only just released the console gameplay footage. The game comes out in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So, looking at it on the PS4 and Xbox One, it really doesn't... It doesn't... Granted, this is from them.
Sure.
It doesn't look the worst, but it's not going to look good.
We are going to kind of, maybe not slowly anymore, but we're going to be hitting that point where differences are going to be more and more noticeable. And then at some point, it's just there's going to be a cutoff.
So at that point, and where we're at now, why? Why come out with those? Like, I get it because there aren't PS5s, there aren't Series X's out there. But it's like, do you want to put like a bad product out along with a good product for a majority of people who can't get those yet just because like you want the numbers, you know?
Yeah, I don't know how that decision is actually.
Why do I got to be the one that's got to sit through the fucking phone call that my port was canceled? And then all these people are going to sit here suffering with their ports. Why can't they get the phone call? Why don't I got to get the phone call?
Okay. You'll be okay. Yeah. Yeah, you will.
I'm fucked up.
Beyond
all recognition. Let's see. What else news?
Apparently, at the end of 2020, so a little over a year ago now,
wow,
that's when they stopped making Xbox Ones.
Yeah.
So I don't like to pit the whole, like, console wars are stupid. Obviously, everyone has the shit they like to play on. That's great. Have your opinion. But, like, everyone enjoys their thing. So I don't like pitting them up against each other. This is a very different direction from PlayStation. So Xbox stopped making their Xbox Ones and saying, like, we're going to put all of our effort to get as many Xbox Series S, X, whatever, out there.
Dude, what happened? PlayStation
Meanwhile,
fucking patty cake
PlayStation
flip-flopped.
went the opposite direction. Is like, we're going to put more PS4s out. We're making more PS4s now than we were supposed to. And we're just going to keep making them to get them out there.
Yeah.
And PlayStation's going to definitely be the first one to cut off. Like, they already have with some games, but
Yeah.
because Xbox has their cloud streaming shit.
Yeah.
That will let you continue to play games that can't natively run on an Xbox One, but you can stream it.
And you can also
PlayStation's
take out...
not going to have that.
The disc is interchangeable between consoles. I can't take the fucking PS5 version of a game and put it in a PS4.
No, you cannot.
No.
So it's just, yeah, I'm sure it's going to happen again at some point. It's like 360 era, like 360 versus PS3, Xbox was king. They were.
Yeah.
PS4, Xbox One happened. Xbox makes some bad decisions.
Yeah.
PlayStation capitalizes. Then PlayStation has more games and everything. Mm-hmm. That was the PlayStation 4. That was their era.
Yeah.
And you can say the same thing again, like going back even further. PS2 versus the original Xbox.
Yeah.
It was PlayStation. Coming up on this new era now.
Sony woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
Yeah, starting to feel like Xbox is coming right back on top. Give this another 10 years and I'm sure things will change again. That's how this goes. But
yeah,
it's interesting. This is the first time I feel I'm really, I've been around for things, obviously, but I was not as hyper-focused on gaming as I am now.
No.
And it's just interesting watching it unfold right in front of our eyes.
Yeah. Ugh. And then give 20 years from now when people are talking back on these consoles.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
You know Ardman?
Arden?
Ardman.
No.
All right. You know Chicken Run?
Yeah.
You know Wallace and Gromit?
Yeah.
Some good movies.
Sure, yeah.
Aardman is the animation studio behind them.
Okay. They have a style for sure.
They do. Now, do you remember 1111 Memories Retold?
No.
So,
I don't know what that is.
That was the first game they put out back in 2018.
Okay.
It's a very cinematic, story-focused game on war and whatnot. And I forgot that they were the ones who did that. Apparently now, they are hiring to make their second game, which is going to be a mad open world, as they describe it.
The world is so angry.
It's just crazy. It's mad. It's insane. And they're going to have so many different, stories and stuff going on. And we don't know what.
Is it going to be 2222?
No, probably not. No.
Okay.
But
that's interesting. I didn't even know they had that first game.
Yeah, I mean, I knew it was, and I knew the game was out. I didn't know they had anything to do with it. Now they're working on their second one, and God, I would love a new. I love Wallace and Gromit. Give me more Wallace and Gromit stuff.
I've seen Chicken Run.
Yeah,
I haven't seen Wallace and Gromit.
Wallace and Gromit: Curse of the Were-Rabbit is so good. Repeat. I only got one more thing of news, and it's you.
I got a few things, honestly.
Yeah, you got stuff that's boring.
I have stuff that's interesting.
To you.
Do you want me to just run through a few things here?
Sure.
I'll try to be quick. One of them was a big one. Well, you're not going to care. Avatar Reckoning was announced.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it's going to be a mobile MMO in the Avatar, the Blue People Avatar, not Avatar: The Last Airbender. I don't know how else to say it other than the Blue People one. Just
say Avatar, because that's what it is. If you want to say the other one, it's either Atla or The Last Airbender.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Mobile MMO, it's going to be an RPG shooter, as they say, that you can play either solo, multiplayer, co-op. It's going to have single-player story missions and specific co-op missions. It's coming this year, 2022. Dave, we're moving on from the mobile game.
Fuck, that was boring.
I'm honestly kind of interested to see what this is.
An MMO mobile avatar game.
Mobile is you just have to accept the mobile side of things.
No.
It's gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger.
All right, and I won't play it.
Final Fantasy 15. Final Fantasy 14 is looking like it's gonna be back on sale January 25th. That's like a whole month.
Yeah.
Because the game's too popular.
Gotta get those servers.
That's crazy.
I know.
We got a lawsuit. Krafton, the PUBG developer, is suing. I know. Garena, Apple, and Google for this Free Fire game for blatantly infringing on the mobile version of PUBG, saying that they're just straight up using like locations, weapons, armor, materials, textures, and the patented airdrop feature, which all Battle Royale games do that. So I don't know what the specific thing is. There's one all you.
Do we want to trade then?
Sure.
You want to switch phones?
Oh, okay, sure. Read this first one.
All right.
There you go.
Give me that phone.
Right on top.
The first one. Oh, yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
So not true, like not positive or not.
No.
Many games have had their release dates leaked through their respective stores, Microsoft, PlayStation, but apparently there was a leaked date from March 1st for Shadow Warrior 3, and they keep saying that they will have more news coming soon about the release date. Still waiting. If it is March, fucking give it to me.
That's very soon. That's like
give it to me.
About a month.
I'm actually going to look through your news real quick.
I'm kind of jumping around. I have like a couple more things.
I know. I'm trying to see if you have the thing
that's all me?
Yeah. You don't.
Did I just miss it?
Oh, you're going to like this then. You're really going to like this.
Ooh, okay.
Shit. All right. Take
Give it to
that
me.
phone back.
All right. That's my phone. Troy Baker, I don't want to get too deep into this because it's like every week someone's getting in trouble for NFT shit in the gaming world.
Yeah, he put on his learning cap and he started he took his little 30-minute podcast learning session about what NFTs are.
Yeah.
Before just jumping in.
He partnered with VoiceVerse. They do NFT shit. Yeah, exactly that. People got upset, so he responded and tried apologizing.
But there still isn't like a full outcome yet.
No, because like I was very.
He
upset,
hopped
like,
on and he talked about it, but there isn't really anything that's happened or said anything yet.
I think he's still just on it.
Yeah.
I got one more thing, and then there's this me thing. What's the me thing?
So Xbox has had a lot of TV shows coming out. Might have a new Sony show coming out.
I don't think I know. What? I don't know.
We're getting a Judgment TV show.
How did I not see that?
With the same actor.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, because that was a whole thing because he's an actual, like, pretty big actor there. And there was a whole weird thing with the rights of using his character and stuff.
We're getting a Judgment TV show.
Like, are we getting it here, or is it just going to be in Japan? Or
that I don't know, but it will follow along. So, like, storylines and, like, the same characters and stuff.
I kind of want to stop the podcast and just look into this. I'll do it after the show.
Yeah.
That's had no idea.
How the fuck did you miss that?
How did I miss that?
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Even if the show sucks.
Like the
Yakuza movie.
Yeah, that was bad in such a good way. It was really entertaining.
Still enjoyable.
Yeah.
But it's not good.
No.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
I got one more thing. This is all me. You can go back to sleep if you want. Songs of Gimmerwick was announced. This is the next game from East Shade Studios, who made East Shade. I never played it. It was like that first-person painting thing.
It's on Game Pass. I do want to try it.
Yeah, it seemed interesting. But this is going to be a very different style. It's like kind of more of a top-down RPG with like a simple art style, if you will. Not to say there's not details, but it's different. And the premise is that it's a lot like Harry Potter. You're going to a magic school. You have to go to your classes. You learn about making potions. You learn doing spells, gardens. There's festivals for you to attend. Shit like that. Except it's all done through music. So instead of like using a wand to point at something you say you spell, you play a little song. It's going to have optional side quests, mini games, customizable characters. Major and side characters will be voice acted. All of this is right up my alley, but it's not coming until 2023. So there's still some time to wait on that. But I saw that, I was like, yeah, that all sounds like shit I would enjoy.
If you want, while you were talking about that, I looked up some more info about the Judgment show. So this is coming off a website called Dark Horizons. Judgment and Lost Judgment, the successful spin-off games tied to Sega's best-selling Yakuza franchise, are reportedly being adapted into a live-action TV series. Kotaku and Collider report that according to a Japanese publication, Nikkei Gendai, a TV adaptation is potentially in the works at Asahi TV, going by the working title, I'm not going to pronounce that, The Unjudged.
Okay.
Takuya Kimura, the actor who provided his likeness and voice for the game, will again star as the character Yagami, a former defense attorney turned into private investigator in Tokyo's Kamurocho red light district.
Cool. Yes.
And yeah, I am also fucking down for that.
Yes, so
that's
down.
So cool.
So down.
It's Yakuza. I'm so glad it blew the fuck up in the West.
And the whole Lost Judgment or Judgment, like that, the whole thing, like you could easily make that a TV show.
Oh yeah,
easily. Where there are a lot of TV shows do this, but there's like the overarching mystery, and then there's also like little cases along the way.
Yeah,
totally worth. Ooh, that
random side story, like random like filler episodes. Imagine a Yakuza anime that's like 1,000 episodes long, all the different arcs and shit.
Oh, I would watch the shit out of that.
Yeah, me too.
That's all I'm thinking about now.
Yeah.
Let's finish this up so I can think about it more.
All right, we got some notable game releases.
I have two.
Oh. One of them I don't give a shit about, and the other one I don't give a shit about. Is both years January 20th?
Yeah.
All right, so all coming January 20th.
The day that this episode's coming out. So, yeah.
Yeah. Coming to PC, we have Expeditions Rome.
Sure, that's not one of my games.
Nope. Coming to PC, PS4. I made a typo.
Uh-oh.
Coming to PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox, and Xbox Series X, we got Rainbow Six Extraction.
On Game Pass day one, which makes me much more likely to check that out for probably like one sitting and not touch it again, but it's one of those I'm like vaguely interested in.
Yeah, I'll try it for free.
Yeah, that I would not spend $60 full price for this game.
Yeah.
Ever. The one I'm really excited for, RPG Golf Legends, which is kind of like if you take Golf Story, but then add some sort of RPG combat to it. This is my shit. My type of thing. I'm off tomorrow, which is Thursday, because we record these Wednesday nights. I'm probably going to spend a lot of the day playing this game.
I'm probably going to be spending a lot of the day working.
You are going to be spending a lot of the day. Well, I mean, I guess I don't know that for sure. You can just not go to work. Who's going to stop you?
I would.
If anything, then I would probably have to go into work and not play RPG Golf Legends all day.
What are you going to say to the biggest guy who works there?
Carter?
Yeah, what are you going to say to him?
I don't know. He's scary.
That's the biggest guy.
That's going to do it. You got anything else?
No, that's it.
Thank you to everyone who's entering the giveaway, giving us reviews. You could leave a review anytime. We might read it on the show. We read some more fan stuff today. People sending shit into the show. Offshore GC on Twitter, Offshore Gamescast on Instagram, or you can just go to offshoregamescast.com/contact. Fill out a little form and type in whatever you want to us. We love hearing from you.
We do. We appreciate it.
It's fun. We work together, and when we're at work and like someone tweets at us or we get something, we both just get like excited.
We love the engagement.
We do. We legitimately do.
Please do not forget, January, Monday, the 24th, we'll be releasing our Accounting Plus Dropping the Anchor.
I forgot to plug that.
No, you're good. You're good. Don't worry. You're fine. You're fine.
I should have done it in the beginning.
No. It's all right.
I'm a fuck up.
Yeah, you are, but it's all right. It's fine.
You know what? I'll make this into a fucking highlight and post it on social media, and there's the plug.
There you go.
Just wrote it down.
All right.
That's going to do it for 32. So yeah, Monday, and then next week, Right back at it.
Right back at it. Right here.
More games.
More games.
More news.
More Dave. More Dylan.
Hopefully a little less Dave and a little more Dylan, but we'll see how it goes.
Hey, you know what? I'll leave.
There should just be like a time point, and once we hit that, it's like, no more Dave.
Sure.
He's got to go.
Let's say February 1st.
I meant like, like a time mark in an episode. It's like an hour and a half in.
Sure.
All right, next week might be the last we ever hear from Dave.
Tune in.
Goodbye.
Later.